That's funny. Don't fall over. Hello, Paula here. I wanted to film a little get ready with me using this Ultra Violet color of the year. Hopefully, if I did everything right, there should be a video that precedes this one discussing where I shot my stash and show a bunch of ultraviolet shades that are already existing in my collection and maybe yours that I will be incorporating throughout my looks this year, since ultraviolet is 2018's Pantone color of the year. I used a few different colors to get this look that I will be showing in this get ready with me, but it's a pretty simple look that anybody can do. I also did incorporate my Pantone palette 2018, my pure Go Nude palette, into this look too, since I will be trying to use that in every look I do until it's completely panned. So if you like this look or are looking for some inspiration with ultraviolet, please keep watching. Hi guys, so to save time, I have already primed my face using this L'Oreal Pore Vanisher that is in my my Cupid's Bow Project pan. And then for foundation today, I did a combination of this Neutrogena foundation and this Temp2 liquid highlighter. The Neutrogena foundation alone leaves my skin a little dry, so the Temp2 in combination with it really helps to make it look a little less flat. And then I am going to put some color correcting under my eyes. This is the e.l.f. color corrector stick, and I have really been liking this a lot. It's the right tone. I've found that a lot of the color correctors I have tried are either like too light pink or too dark. So this one has been a pretty good tone. It's not perfect, but it helps. And because this foundation is a little bit light on me, even in my winter skin, I have been using a cream contour to bronze. So I'm going to be finishing off the last of this Tarte Sculptor. I don't think they are selling these anymore. I gotta check, which is too bad because I actually love the color that this gives my skin. It's a very natural, oh yeah, it's scraping color on my skin. So I do have others in my stash, other cream contours in my stash, so I'm gonna start working on those next. All right, so then I just kind of rub it in with my fingers like that. And it really helps even out and make my skin tone look healthier, more natural. I know I'm not, oh, the dog, sorry guys. All right, now to highlight a little bit, I'm using the rest of this Maybelline pen. I think it's just about gone. This was in my Finish 9 by New Year's project, so that has already ended. Unfortunately, I did not finish it quite in time, but I made good progress on it and it is almost gone. I actually got a blemish on my nose, which I never get. I don't know if it's something I ate or hormones or what. Okay, and I just use my fingers for those too. Okay. My kids are upstairs taking a bath. My husband's giving them a bath for me so that I can film without them jumping and screaming and being kids on top of me. They love baths, so they can sit in there for like an hour. Today will probably be the exception to the rule, but we're gonna see if we can get this done today. Okay. That's done. On to blush. I'm still using the cream blush from my Pantone palette 2017. I'm gonna keep using it until it is completely gone. I am on a mission. And I can't stop using it. I'm really curious to see how much longer it's gonna take me. It seems like it's almost empty. I mean, I'm scraping around the sides to get the product, but you know, it'll still probably last me another 3 months or something. A little bit more, even it out. Okay. A little cream highlight, and then we're gonna go to the eyes. Highlight goes here. I was just thinking in my head I gotta set my under eye concealer, so I almost put the highlight on my under eyes. Oh, that was a close call. Ooh, I just caught some really good light there. It's like 2:30 in the afternoon here, so the light can be changing fast around here. Okay, so before I go to the eyes, well, let me put some primer on my eyes because I like to set that too. This is the Mica Beauty. This was also in my Finish 9 by New Year's, and I did make some good progress, but this is going to be going with me into 2018 too. I don't need much. If I put on too much, it'll just crease. So, you know, I use what I use. I try to put the majority of the product that I get on my finger either on my lid or on my brow bone. And then with whatever's left, I kind of blend over my crease in another attempt to not end up putting a ton of product that's just gonna end up creasing on me. It just doesn't take much. I see a lot of YouTubers put like a ton on there, and I don't know how it doesn't crease on them because I put the littlest amount and it creases on me. Okay, let's start powdering things. I've been using this Bobbi Brown powder. This is a duo, a concealer and a powder. I'm not crazy about the concealer, but the powder does really well for my under eyes, and this is in another project. This is in my MVP project pan. Canoe created that one. All right, that should help that. And time to bust out Pan That Palette 2018. So, I'm so sorry that this got cut off. I didn't realize that I had my camera facing the wrong direction when I was filming my first video. I've already learned a lot, but here it is, my Pure Go Nude Pan That Palette. And here's what it looks like. I'm probably gonna end up ripping that sheet out before long. So like I was saying in the first video, there's a blush, a bronzer, and 6 shadows. So this is what I'm gonna be using a lot. Oh, look, it just fell out. Well, that decision just got made for me. So I'm dipping into the bronzer here, and I really haven't had a lot of time to play around with these, so hopefully I don't hate them. I already decided this was my palette. No, I'm sure I won't hate them. I use this palette maybe once or twice in December just to kind of get a little head start and play around with the shadows a little. I don't do a full coverage look from day to day. It's just not me. I don't mind it. It has its place, but there's the blush. I look a little flushed already, and I'm not sure why. I did just run up and down the stairs like 3 times in a row. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's just the lighting. I don't know. And while I have this open, I am going to take just a fluffy brush and use the cream color to set my eyeshadow, my primer that is already creasing. See how fast that happens? I don't get it. Maybe it's just the mica. Maybe if I used a different brand, it wouldn't do that. I never really thought about that. I've been using that one for like a year and a half now. Okay, so primer is set. I really like this cream shade. I'm enjoying using it to set. It provides a little bit of a brightening effect that I like. So before we get into the ultraviolet color that I want to focus on for the majority of my eye look, I am going to use this, this neutral matte brown shade here and just apply a little bit of that in my crease and then blend it up above my crease into my transition. And a little bit in the outer V, just to, so when I put some serious color down, it doesn't just stick really hard. It really doesn't show up a whole lot, which can be a good thing. Okay, so putting that down for a second and moving on to this Wild and Free. I decided I wanted to use this for my ultraviolet shadow today. I've had this palette for a long time and it hasn't gotten a whole lot of love. And there's actually two kind of purpley blue colors in it, this one and this one. But I think this one is more ultraviolet than this one. This one's more blue. So this is the one I'm going to be using. I do have some setting spray, but I think I'm just going to try and go in dry with my fingers first and I'm just going to swirl it around. These are baked shadows, so you don't even need to use like a setting spray. You can just use regular old water and it'll really make them vibrant. Yep. That's ultraviolet right there. So this is how I really hope to make this palette work for me, this Pan That palette. It's so neutral, but I'm hoping that when I'm inspired to add in some color, I can just pull these single colors out from my, you know, existing stash and add them in for as long as I want. And that way it's actually can get some really colorful eye looks while still anchoring them down with those neutrals that I'm going to use every day anyways. I'm aiming for a home run this year. That's the goal. So now that that is down, did I bring a shimmery highlight color? I wanted to add in, okay, well, uno momento. Oh, I have my Moonchild palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I think I'm going to go for Purple Horseshoe, which is this top one right here. And that is just a really, really light ultraviolet color. So I have this little Sonia Kashuk small brush, and I love using this for inner corner work. Oh, I forgot something. I have noticed that my inner corners can get really dark. So before I put shadow down, I'm just gonna add some of this milk. I've been doing this a lot lately. This milk, you know, from NYX has been sitting in my drawer forever, not getting used. It's so funny how that can happen to products. And then you pull them out and find like the perfect use for them. And it becomes, you know, an everyday product that stays out in your collection and you use it and use it and use it. And that's kind of what happened to that milk, because I've just found that I really like it for this purpose, especially. And it looks really kind of shocking at first, you know, but when I put the shadow on top, it just looks a little bit more put together and bright and nice. Okay, so now back to Purple Horseshoe. And I'm just gonna kind of put that all over my inner corner and then start bringing it onto my lid and layering it on top of that color from the BH Cosmetics Wild and Free palette. You know, when I bought this palette, I got it from Sephora when it was on sale, this Moonchild palette, and I knew it was never gonna, well, I don't like to use the word never when it comes to makeup, but probably never gonna go on my cheeks as an inner, like a, you know, cheekbone highlight. I kind of bought it. Biggest eyeshadows ever. Okay, I am gonna go back into my Pure Go Nude palette to that medium brown and just blend out the crease one more time with that medium matte shade. And then I'm gonna take this deep matte shade, it's just a brown, and start kind of putting it on my outer corner just a little bit. Not too high, but just to kind of extend out my eye just a little bit. I think I'm gonna be wearing this look a lot in January. I've been feeling the purples for quite a while, like a couple months now. And so I'm really stoked about this, and I'm gonna keep that purple color from the BH Cosmetics palette out, that ultra violet color. Okay, now, I do like to add a little bit of color above my crease. So if I'm wearing like a warm look or going for a warm look, I usually add in my, this peachy shade from my Baby Pan palette. And if I'm going for a pinkier look, I will add in this pink Mary Kay shadow right there that is in my Cupid's Bow project pan. So I'm gonna do that today. My goal is to hit pan on the shadow, and the more I use it, the more I realize that there's a lot of product in that little pan. And that, I don't know if I'm gonna hit pan on it by February, but usually when I use it, this is where it goes, like way up high. I have a lot of space between my eyebrow and my lid, and I like to put a little bit of color up there before I put my brow bone highlight on. Okay. Now, brow bone color highlight. I'm not touching that purple color. I'm gonna go back into my Baby Pan palette and use this cream shade right here. And it is such a soft shadow. It was originally an Ulta shadow from a trio called Money Market, something like that. And a little bit goes a long way. So sometimes one little dab can do both brow bones. It's that intense. And it does have, unfortunately, a lot of glitter in it. So I gotta be careful because I'm really not going for the glitter look, but if I go carefully, it usually works out. Okay. Next, eyebrows. I've been working on the same eyebrow products for months now. They're all pencils. None of them, I would say, are probably gonna be holy grail products to me. When they're gone, they're gone. But, you know, I'm glad I'm getting use out of them. Before I started using these two pencils, I really, whoops, did I just put a dot there? I really didn't use any brow products. Of course, before I started using these two pencils, it wasn't as popular to have your brows filled in. It's kind of a newer concept. But this pencil is from Ofra. It came in an Ipsy bag, and it's very waxy and soft. So I have to be very careful. And then this pencil is an old Maybelline one, really old. And it's nice and hard. So after I put the waxy one in, I can kind of go in with this one with a little bit more force and really fill in. I mean, I have some pretty decent brows, but in the front up here is where I tend to have some patchiness going on. And then just for color consistency, I bring it out. I'm not aiming to make my brows look any bigger than they already are, just really to fill in that front spot. And then I take this spoolie that I may or may not have taken from a department store that was selling mascara. Okay, I did. I took it from a department store that was selling mascara. And I've been using it for like years. And I just run it through to blend out any of that wax. I don't want it to look like I have anything in there. That's just my style. If you like big, bold brows, that's fine. That's just me. Okay. I'm gonna put a little bit of this Hourglass powder. It's the ambient, the one that I've been obsessed with is the ambient lighting powder in dim light. It's my boo. And it's actually kind of finally getting a little flat on the top, but it provides just such a nice effect on my skin. I'm just shocked by how nice this is. I get a lot of redness around my nose. Okay. Powder blush, powder bronzer, all that's done. Okay, let's put on a little bit of highlighter. I pulled a new old one out from my stash, and I think I'm trying this out today. I have no idea what brand this is. I depotted this a million years ago, but I think this might go in a project this year. It's got a lot of use, and it kind of reminds me of that Charming Pink color that I've been using a lot last year from Laura Geller, one of the swirly gelato ones. So I want to see if I'm gonna try and pan this. I really want to get through as many panned shadows as possible this year and make room in my Z palettes for some new stuff, because I kind of feel like my Z palettes have turned into my graveyard, like my makeup graveyard. Like I depot things and then they die there. Okay. I'm going to put on a little bit of eyeliner, and then I'm going to do my lower lash line. I like to do brown on the lower lash line. I used to always do black, but I have found that brown is just a little bit more kinder to me these days. This is a Tarte pencil. It is so soft and creamy. I've been using some really old hard pencils up before this, and this one is just a joy. Okay, and then I'm gonna take more of the purple, believe it or not. Where did it go? Here it is. From the Wild and Free palette, and pencil brush, and smudge that right on top of the brown. But if you don't like purple lower lash line, or if you think purple on the top and the bottom is a little overkill, you can do like a neutral brown. I'm not going anywhere today, so I'm fine with going bananas. Blend that out a little. Good. If you like shimmery eyelids, a color like this is the My Little Pony ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Sunbeam. But this also fits really nicely with the ultraviolet theme this year. And so if you do like a little bit of sparkle, you can just take some of this and add it right on top. And it's really gonna change the look. This has little pink shimmery glitters in it. And I do have to be careful with glitter because it will transfer to my upper lid, which I don't like, but I have the best luck with these kind of formulas. Okay, so look at that light coming in. Man. All right, hold on, let me fix that. Okay, so I just added a little bit of glitter. Is it already transferring? Probably. All right, I think a purpley look like this always looks great with some eyeliner. I've been using this Physicians Formula one for a long time. I love it. So I'm gonna apply that really quickly. Nothing too flashy. Actually, I'm gonna use a mirror because that would be crazy not to.
Okay. Just a thin line, with my eyes. Okay, see if I can get a matchy.
Not bad. Okay. All right, that's pretty good. Now for lips, I'm gonna put on this Revlon Nude lip liner. It's a nude lip liner, pinky nude. I don't think this is available anymore, but I bet you have a pinky nude lip liner in your stash. I overline a little, just a little. And then I am finishing up this, where'd you go? Lipstick sample. Where did you go? Here it is. From Urban Decay. Remember when we all got about 50 of these in the mail? I'm working on them. This is the shade Gubby. I really like this shade. I think it layers well over a pinky nude lip liner or like a neutral brown lip liner. I really like it. I'm not gonna buy it. I bet I have a dupe for it. Before I use this all up, I should really shop my stash. What's that? What is that? Hairs and fuzz. Okay, and then finally a little lip gloss. I've been working on this little Mary Kay sample that's in another project that's in the Avengers project. And I just tap it in. This smells really good. And I'm gonna put on some setting spray and then mascara. I'm using the Ofra setting spray. I picked this up at Ulta when it was half off. It's a little strong, but it seems to really do a good job of holding my makeup, so I work with it. Okay, mascara. I'm gonna curl my lashes. I like to go back and forth a few times. Hopefully catch it in a different spot than the time before and give it a more complete curl rather than just a bend in one place. Oh, ouch, I think I just pulled out an eyelash. That hasn't happened in a while. Okay, I'm gonna prime my eyes with this Steel Up eyeshadow, no, mascara primer. I did finally commit to throwing away the L'Oreal one that I used for most of 2017. I'm sad, but I have 2 more mascara primers in my stash, and so I'm gonna I gotta see what's going on with them before I buy another L'Oreal. There are probably other ones that are better than L'Oreal. I've heard really good things about the one from Estee Lauder, the little black mascara primer or whatever it's called. But that's a lot more expensive. And it's not available at Ulta, so I can't use points to get it. Oh, was that a clump? See, now you're gonna be getting in trouble. I'm gonna have to play with that some more and see what's going on with that. Maybe it's just dry. Grandiose Lancome. All right, I did not stab myself in the eye. Awesome. And then I just top that off and do my lower lashes with the CoverGirl Clump Crusher Water Resistant.
I'm sorry I'm not looking at you guys. I don't know. I gotta figure out how to get the angles right so that I'm making eye contact with you guys. For some reason I'm looking the wrong way.
All right, so that completes this look. I hope you enjoyed watching it, getting ready with me. Let me know if you guys are gonna be using this ultraviolet color in your makeup this year. And if you are happy about this color or not, please comment below. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.